You ever look at your paycheck? You see a number that everyone says is good, and then you look at your bank account and just wonder, where did it all go? If that sounds familiar, hey, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this whole modern money puzzle, this feeling of being broke, even when it feels like you're doing everything right.
Right, this is the big question. A $50,000 salary is kind of sold to us as this solid, middle-class milestone. But for so many people, it just feels like a financial treadmill. You're running as hard as you can, but you're not actually getting anywhere.
Okay, now look at this number, $382,000. It just seems huge, right? Almost unreal. Well, I can tell you it's not a lottery jackpot. It's actually something way more fundamental to our financial lives.
Yeah, that's the projected average price tag for a single-family home in the U.S. by 2030. Now, think back to that $50,000 salary. I mean, when a cornerstone of the American dream costs that much, it's no wonder people feel like they're falling behind. You're not imagining it. The goalposts have absolutely moved. So let's dive into why.
See, this feeling, it's not a personal failure. It's really a systemic problem. Welcome to what we're calling the modern money trap. It's this insane squeeze between wages that aren't really going anywhere and the soaring costs of the absolute essentials. We're talking housing, healthcare, education. These are forces that are way bigger than your daily coffee budget.
So first, let's do some, well, kind of uncomfortable math. That big headline number, 50 grand, that's not what you actually get to live on. Not even close. Once you subtract all the taxes, federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, that's about $12,000 just gone, right off the top. So you're really left with around $38,000 a year, which breaks down to just a little over $3,000 a month.
And where does that $3,000 go? Well, average rent can easily eat up half of it, $1,500. A car payment and insurance, there goes another $500. Utilities, another $200, and poof. Over half your take-home pay can vanish before you've even bought a single grocery. That leaves you with maybe $800 for an entire month of food, gas, student loans, savings, and, any hope of actually having a life. The math just doesn't work.
This quote just nails the feeling, doesn't it? You're stuck in this bizarre financial limbo. You earn too much to qualify for any assistance programs, but you earn way too little to actually build any real wealth or feel secure. It is the literal definition of a trap.
So, yes, the external forces are huge. They're real. But just dwelling on what we can't control is a perfect recipe for staying stuck. The real way out of this trap, it starts by focusing on what we can control, and that's our mindset. So let's break down the two basic ways people approach their money.
Just look at the flow here. This is the whole game. The broke mindset, well, money comes in and you immediately pay everybody else first. The landlord, the credit card company, the car loan, and then you just hope there's something left for you. The wealthy mindset completely flips the script. Money comes in and they pay themselves first, automatically shooting money over to investments. Then they use whatever's left to live on. It's such a simple change in sequence, but it has a totally revolutionary impact.
Now, this right here, this is the quiet killer of wealth. Lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. Awesome. But your brain immediately starts thinking, ooh, I can get a nicer car, a bigger apartment, more subscriptions, and your expenses just magically rise to meet your new income. You end up in the exact same spot financially, just with nicer stuff.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this? Step one is triage. We have to stop the financial bleeding. We've got to find the hidden leaks in our financial bucket that are just draining our money without us even realizing it.
Your 401k is supposed to be this amazing wealth-building machine, but for a lot of people, it's leaking cash. The biggest leaks? Number one, not contributing enough to get the full employer match. That's literally turning down free money. Number two, paying crazy high fees that are secretly eating away at your returns for decades. And finally, treating it like a piggy bank by taking out loans, which just completely wrecks the magic of compound growth.
This shows you exactly why those tiny little fees matter so much. A difference of just 1% in fees might not sound like a big deal, but over a career, it can cost you over $100,000 in lost growth. I mean, just think about that. That's a down payment on a house. Just gone, evaporated by fees you probably didn't even know you were paying. But seriously, think about this. If your employer offers a match, that is a guaranteed 50 or even 100% return on your investment, instantly. There's nowhere else you can get that. Not contributing enough to get that full match is like telling your boss, nah, you can keep that pay raise, I don't want it.
All right, so once you've plugged all the leaks, it's time to go on offense. We need to stop playing defense and start building a wealth engine, an automated system that grows your money in the background without needing your constant effort or willpower.
This is that wealthy mindset in action, and it's so simple, it's brilliant. The day your paycheck hits your account, before you even think about rent or Netflix, an automatic transfer sends money straight to your investment accounts. You pay your future self first, always. This single automated habit is the absolute cornerstone of building real wealth.
And of course, we got to talk about debt. Not all debt is bad, but destructive debt, we're talking about that 22% interest credit card balance from a vacation last year, that stuff is financial poison. It is actively working against you, draining your money faster than you can earn it. Getting this kind of debt down to zero has to be priority number one for getting that wealth engine up and running.
And finally, maybe the most important part, we need to change the goal itself. The old idea of wealth was all about accumulating stuff, right? The new definition is about something so much more valuable, freedom.
So what are the real signs of wealth? I can tell you it's not the fancy car or the designer clothes. A lot of times, those are just signs of debt, not wealth. The real signs are way quieter, they're more internal, and honestly, they're a heck of a lot more powerful.
Here's the first real sign, and it has nothing to do with being flashy. It's just this, having money left over at the end of the month. Even if it's just $50, it means you have a surplus. And a surplus, no matter how small it is the seed of financial freedom. It's in that little gap between your income and expenses where all of your future options are born.
And here's the second sign. You're not losing sleep over money. I mean, what's the point of a six-figure salary if it comes with crippling anxiety? True wealth is peace of mind. It's knowing that if your car breaks down or you get a surprise medical bill, you can handle it without spiraling into a total panic. That quiet confidence, that's priceless.
Which brings us to the ultimate finish line, real wealth. It is not a number in a bank account. It's a state of being. It's the point where your assets, your investments, are generating enough passive income to cover your living expenses. That's when you get the freedom to choose how you spend your time. You can work because you want to, not because you have to. And as you start down this path, you have to remember this quote. The first 100,000 is the hardest. Why? Because in the beginning, it's all you. You are doing all the heavy lifting through your savings. But once you hit that critical mass, something magical happens. Your money starts working right alongside you. Compound interest becomes your best employee, and it works 24/7, building momentum all on its own. So, in the end, escaping the money trap, it isn't about landing one big promotion or winning the lottery. It's about the small, consistent choices that you make every single day. The choice to pay yourself first. The choice to value your freedom over more stuff. The choice to just start right now. So the only question left is, what choice will you make today?